FICO consultant. I have 4 years of experience in Sonata software in FICO. I have worked on one implementation project and two support projects. Coming to implementation project, I have been involved from the realization phase in the implementation project, and coming to configuration in the implementation project, I have been involved from the basic settings from company code, company creation to chart of accounts to the, and I also involved in other support projects apart resolving user issues and support project. I have also involved for a project called Cisco. Mm,
Hmm.
like I have been involved resolving the issues like GL, APA, or tickets in the support project, helping on month-end activities. Is some of the activities which I have been involved, day-to-day activities I have been doing. Uh,
Okay, fine. So in Capita, you was as an end user.
yes.
Was the SAP was there or some other software?
No, ma'am, there was some. It was SAP for FI, vendor postings, vendor invoice posting, and customer invoice posting in FI. The software was SAP itself.
Okay. And then in Sonata, you did Tyson Foods.
Tyson Foods was my implementation project.
One was Kroger and Cisco.
Kroger was support, and currently I'm into Cisco project.
Okay. So Kroger is your the retail industry,
Yes,
right?
it's a retail industry.
Okay. So sorry. So can you just explain me or just brief me what exactly a different processes we have or exactly the different process we learn in retail industry?
Different process retail industry.
I directly, it may be from the sales point of view or from the procurement point of view or from the transportation point of view, whatever you have heard or whatever you have gone through, because you was in support, right? And FI, so there might be chances that many times you might have interacted with the other streams, and from there you might have heard some other kind of processes. Means some processes related specific to retail industry.
Something specific about the retail industry.
Or anything. Let's forget about the specific. Okay. Yeah. What means actually you work with the integration? I'm talking more specifically from the integration point of view. Okay.
Okay.
What do you know about that in the retail industry? Means what in the retail project? What you work?
In the retail project, you're asking about the integration process.
Yes.
Okay.
Any idea how the sales was recorded in
Okay.
the system?
No, it's about the integration or SD integration, ma'am.
I will go first with the SD integration. Means
SD.
I don't want more into the SAP knowledge. Okay, I'm not
Okay.
asking the SAP knowledge. I'm asking you about the business knowledge.
Okay, okay. Business on
Okay.
FISD integration. As
You might have worked right with the SD
yes,
consultant.
as we discuss with the users, we have a barcode. They they used to scan it and they get the invoices. And once they scan it, the invoices get triggered from the ICC portal to SAP.
Okay.
Still.
Okay, so it's an interface. So have you worked on that kind of interface?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so exactly.
I have support knowledge on the interface.
Yeah.
Interface we used to receive file from the batch jobs. Once the file is used to place in the AL11 directory in from the inbound, it used to pick. We have to set up SM36 for the batch job, so it will pick a file automatically once the file has been received. In SM37, I used to monitor the batch jobber.
Okay.
If
What was the content of that file?
okay, it contains like some invoice details. The file has some invoice memos, kind of files. And month-end utilities also. We used to this kind of files we've been used to receive from to A11 directory to interface with the batch job.
Okay. And what kind of issues you normally handle in that support project?
Uh, the the payment issues we still receive and IBAN issues.
Okay, can you just explain me more about the IBAN issue? Okay, how this IBAN is formed, or for which region it is specifically applicable? Any idea?
Which reason are particularly applicable IBAN?
Yes.
Uh, it will come most of the countries, most of the region IBAN is applicable.
So it is maintained basically the IBAN.
Uh, vendor master payment transactions. We
And
used to
you
maintain
are
that details.
aware of the IBAN config as well?
Sorry, ma'am. IBAN
Configuration.
configuration. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
So can you
FI12, FI12. House bank. We used to create the house bank creation. There will mention the IBAN
Oh
of
no,
our
that
bank.
is our IBAN, right? It is a company IBAN.
Uh,
But if I want to maintain or IBAN for vendor,
IBAN for vendor.
yeah, so there is a configuration in the SAP.
Vendor we maintain that in payment terms. Payment.
Sorry?
Uh, we maintain that in vendor payment terms. Vendor master in payment terms tab. There is IBAN tab besides all the account details. There is
Yeah.
IBAN tab.
IBAN is there. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
basically the IBAN is maintained there. It's specific, very
That's for
specific.
vendor. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it is combination of something. So do you know how this IBAN get formed?
IBAN is how the IBAN get formed. It's a combination of country key, branch code, and the account number. That's how IBAN gets formed.
But to derive that in SAP, there is a configuration.
To derive IBAN, there is a configuration.
Yes, there is a configuration. Are you aware of that configuration?
IBAN configuration? No, ma'am. I'm not sure of that, ma'am. I
In
think
country
master data
specific,
management used to check that, but I am not that sure of that.
in the country specific node, there is a configuration.
Country
Okay.
specific note.
Yeah, and mostly IBAN is applicable in the European countries. Okay. So Tyson Food is also American. So Tyson Food is also, I think, the retail industry, right?
Tyson Food is most like the food product based company. So
Okay, food based.
yeah.
And the third soft uh, Cisco.
Cisco, yes.
Any specific you would like to highlight any specific issue on your work, either during the support or during the implementation project? Any specific which you would like to mention it here?
I had one issue regarding this F110 process.
Okay.
F110, the end user was not able to run the proposal itself. Now he was trying to made a payment, a check payment, but the proposal was is been terminated. So we have been checking like all the FBZP setup. First, we check FBZP setup, payment terms and payment was all that. If there's something has been wrong, everything was on place. Again, when we check the proposal log, there was three issues actually in that. One issue was, there was a payment term overlap. That was a basic issue, overlapping of the payment terms. So we have been to that particular date and the particular identification number, delete proposal, and then parameters, and that error has been resolved. But there was two other errors. Like one was payment of check was not possible in automatic payment program, SAP GTS, and the message class was FIPAY underscore GTS. Message number was 001. That was one particular error, and the second error was transaction has been terminated due to invalid connection of SAP GTS. Message code was also same FIPAY underscore GTS, and the message code was 004. So we was not sure why this has been terminated. The check payment has been terminated. So we had set up a call for regarding this one, and everything was all the setups in the FBCP, all the everything was correct. So after discussing with the managers and seniors, we they have suggested to create change message control. That was in financial new accounting GL new. In tools, under tools, we have an option called change message control. There we have to come and give the application area. The application area was FIPAY underscore GTS.
Okay.
In
So yeah, that's fine.
Okay, there we have to configure this. Then the issue has been resolved.
So you worked on this payment side. So can you explain me what was the design there? Means from the payment posting to the file sent to bank. What's the design over there in any of your project?
Payment posting. Payment actually used to trigger from the third party tool like tracks. See, we'll trigger the payment in F110.
Okay.
And the tracks will pick up the file and they will change the file into the bank accepted format, and they will send it to bank.
So after payment proposal or after payment run, what you said?
The tracks will pick up the file. This is a third party application. It will convert the file into bank acceptable format and send it to bank.
Then file get created in SAP itself, right?
Yes, ma'am. And it will go to 11 directory. It will get outbound.
Okay. So any idea how it worked? Means it's not that right. I executed the payment run and automatically they get placed into the AL.
You're asking about the process, how the file go to 11 directory or how they pick up the file?
Yes, yes.
Okay. We will be configuring the directory. The basis will create the path for that.
Okay.
That part will be given to the program at the time of the batch job. So when they will set up our time for that. So when they'll run the third party tracks, and also there will be a protocol.
So that's fine. I'm not interested in the third party. I just want to know that when I run the F110, the payment run, and the payment is posted in the system, okay, and you said that the file is getting generated, okay, and that place in A11.
Yeah.
So actually, what drive it means how the file get created, how it get placed the SAP A11 folder. So I know from basis side there is a they create a folder inbound or outbound, whatever they have, inbox, outbound, whatever they create, and they place that to the folder. But there is some program written, right?
There is a program written for this.
Those things, it's not exactly.
No, I am
not aware of it.
I'm not sure of the exactly or how.
Okay, fine. Okay, so last week questions about accounting postings. So from sales sides, can you explain me how the accounting posting happen in the system? From sales to FI, SD to FI, till we receive the customer payment.
Okay, FISD process.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We have an inquiry. quotation, quotation comparison, and we have sales order. Sales order, after that we have goods issue, and goods picking from the go down, and goods shipping. Goods would be delivered or outbound or delivered, and billing and the payment, and the incoming payment from the customer.
Okay. So at the time of delivery,
Okay.
when we post the PGI, post goods issues, delivery is getting posted, what accounting entry?
Post goods issue accounting entry is cost of goods sold would be credit, and the materials or goods are cost of goods sold would be debit, and the materials or inventory would get credit.
And the time of billing?
Billing customer is would be debit, and sales revenue is going to credit now at the time of billing.
And any knowledge on this inventory valuation?
Inventory valuation on
Yes.
SD or
Yeah, SAP.
yeah, sorry, inventory has to be because it's from module.
Yeah, inventory is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
How the inventory value get changed, how the inventory get valued in the SAP, any knowledge on that part?
Like inventory valuation, like LIFO, FIFO method, the semi good, finished good.
Okay, any knowledge on the CO part?
Up to internal order we worked on CO.
Okay, okay. Cost center?
Yes.
Did you get any chance to work on this cost center planning?
Cost center planning, yes, ma'am.
What are the transactions involved? Transaction codes?
I think K26 or KP 06. And first we need to maintain the planner profile and layout for that.
But what it does means any idea about that means we do the cost center planning, but what is the actual outcome of that process and where it get used? If you don't know, it's fine. Just tell me it's not that. But if you know, just let me know.
Yeah. What I know is actual payment versus the planned amount will come from the variance. The variance. That's what I know.
And what processes do you know about this cost center accounting?
Cost center accounting. Cost center accounting. Cost center accounting will create a cost center for department wise or individual organization or organization unit wise. We will maintain the hierarchy for that. Groups, another cost center should create.
Any further
Then we'll
processes?
start postings, entries for each elements.
Okay.
Cost center default assignment for each cost center if you don't want to enter manually.
How it works?
Sorry, ma'am.
If I want to, as you said, right, for suppose for one particular GL account, I want to default the cost center. Then how it works?
In OKB9, we will assign the each cost center, ma'am. Each cost element.
Okay. And a few more questions quickly. So you worked on support project, okay?
Yes.
So whenever the issue comes to you, whenever the issue gets assigned to you, basically what methodology or what thinking process you start and how you aim that to the resolution?
First, I will check the priority of the ticket and issue. If it is relevant to an hour, then I'll keep pick the ticket or if not, then I'll have to know track it to the relevant team, assigned to other teams.
Okay.
As soon as I receive the ticket, I'll drop a mail to the users, email to users, stating that I have been pick up the ticket and I am working on that. And
Yeah, that's fine. But from now you have the issue and you want to start analyzing it. So how you will do? Suppose there is one error
okay,
and issue. Yeah. So user has reported one error.
okay. How would I analyze the issue? What exactly issue is?
How you will start it?
I will. I'll take all the information, document the ticket, and take the screenshots of that. If it's not clear, then I'll ask for the information to the user regarding the information. I'll first then I'll check into production system what exactly issue is. Then replicate into quality if required.
Okay. So are you flexible and willingness to work in shift?
Sure.
And which shift you are working?
I'm working mostly it will be to 10 to 7 or some the general shifts. Sometimes it might get, but no issues with the shift now.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll update the HR and they will get
Sure,
back
ma'am.
to you.
I will get a update from no, HR, ma'am, regarding this.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a good
Thank you.